Polar bear desperately tries to get sailors' attention. When they see why, they turn pale. In the frozen expanse of the Arctic, a group of sailors encountered a startling sight. A polar bear frantically trying to get their attention. Intrigued and concerned, they moved closer, only to be met with a shocking revelation that left them pale with disbelief. What they discovered would turn a routine voyage into an unforgettable rescue mission. The research vessel Polar Star had been navigating the icy Arctic waters for 3 weeks. Led by Captain Patrick Hughes, the crew was on a critical mission to study the impact of global warming on the region. On-board scientists were collecting data on ice sheet thickness, water temperatures, and the health of the local ecosystem. Fatigue was beginning to wear on the team, but everyone remained committed to the importance of their mission. No one could have predicted that this routine expedition was about to take an extraordinary turn. Suddenly, the stillness of the Arctic day was broken by the lookout's shout. "Polar bear to starboard," came his excited cry. The entire crew rushed to the sides, eager to catch a glimpse of the majestic creature. But what they saw left them stunned. A massive polar bear appeared to be chasing their ship. Its unusual behavior was so striking that Captain Hughes ordered the vessel to slow down, allowing everyone to get a closer look at the strange scene unfolding. It kept trying to stand on its hind legs, making loud sounds and pointing its paw in a certain direction. Its powerful paws sliced through the icy water with incredible strength and grace. The crew started a heated discussion. Some thought the bear was just hungry and looking for easy prey. Others believed the animal might be injured or sick. The tension on the ship grew with every passing minute. Chief Engineer Jack even suggested scaring the bear away with the ship's siren, but the captain rejected this idea. Dr. Heather Bennett, an experienced biologist, was carefully watching the bear through her binoculars. Her hands trembled slightly with excitement as she noticed something unusual. "This isn't aggression," she muttered, her eyes still fixed on the binoculars. "It looks like the bear is desperately trying to tell us something." Heather recalled all her years of studying Arctic wildlife, but she had never encountered such behavior. Hearing Dr. Bennett's words, Captain Hughes made a risky decision. He ran his hand through his graying beard, took a deep breath, and ordered the ship to come to a full stop and lower a small boat for closer observation. Heather volunteered to lead this dangerous mission despite some crew members' protests. As the boat with Heather and 2 seasoned sailors, Noah and Bruce, pulled away from the ship. The crew's hearts raced as they neared the formidable predator. Noah gripped the oars tightly, his knuckles white, while Bruce busied himself with the safety gear to calm his nerves. The icy wind stung their faces, but their focus stayed on the bear, which swam directly toward them. Noah instinctively reached for the flare gun, ready to retreat, but Heather stopped him with a gesture. In the bear's eyes, she saw not aggression but a plea. The bear came dangerously close, its powerful strokes sending icy water splashing onto the researchers as they held their breath in tense silence. Then something incredible happened. The bear started making sounds that resembled whimpering more than growling. It kept pointing its paw in one direction, and its eyes seemed filled with desperation. Risking her life, Heather leaned over the side of the boat to get a better look at the bear. Her heart was pounding so hard it felt like it would leap out of her chest. "Its behavior is very unusual," she said in a shaky voice. "It seems like the bear is asking for help." This thought seemed unbelievable. But the more they observed the bear's behavior, the more they became convinced it was true. The bear showed no signs of aggression, and its actions were too purposeful to be a mere curiosity. It kept diving underwater as if trying to show the researchers something. After a long discussion with the captain over the radio, interrupted by static and the crackling of ice, the decision was made to follow the bear. It was risky, but intuition told the people that they had to do it. Captain Hughes, standing on the bridge, gripped the rail tightly, knowing that this decision could cost them everything. The ship cautiously navigated the bear's path, weaving through towering icebergs as Captain Hughes maneuvered with precision. Each ice impact sent a shiver through the crew, and tension grew with every passing hour. Frustrated crew members called the mission reckless, sparking a heated argument in the mess hall. Despite the risks, Captain Hughes and Dr. Bennett stayed resolute in uncovering the mystery. As the weather worsened, gray clouds loomed, the wind howled, and waves violently rocked the ship. Deck equipment creaked under the strain, while Captain Hughes's focused expression revealed his deep concern for the crew's safety. The polar bear seemed to sense their doubts. It started swimming faster, its powerful body cutting through the waves with incredible speed. It kept looking back at the ship as if begging them not to stop. Its behavior became more desperate, only increasing the intrigue. Heather couldn't take her eyes off the animal, her scientific mind refusing to believe what was happening, but her heart told her they were on the verge of an incredible discovery. Suddenly, a shout came from the radio operator in the cabin. He ran out onto the deck, waving a piece of paper, his face pale with fear. He reported that he had received a storm warning. A severe storm was approaching their area, and they had only a few hours to find shelter or get out of the danger zone. The news spread through the ship, causing a wave of panic among the crew. Captain Hughes found himself facing a tough decision. To follow the bear further would mean putting the entire crew and ship in danger. But something in the animal's behavior prevented him from deciding to turn back. He looked at the approaching storm clouds, then at the bear swimming alongside the ship, feeling the weight of responsibility pressing on his shoulders. The lookout's excited shout broke the tension, drawing everyone's attention. The crew rushed to the sides, straining to see through the thickening fog and waves. Something unusual appeared on the horizon, but its details were unclear. The bear, hearing the shout, let out a thunderous roar that echoed through the air and swam with renewed urgency. Its agitated behavior left no doubt. They were nearing the mystery's answer. Heather felt a chill of anticipation as the ship drew closer. The storm loomed, thunder rumbling in the distance, while visibility worsened, the thickening fog seemingly determined to keep the truth hidden. Captain Hughes knew they had less and less time to make a decision. His hands gripped the wheel tightly, his knuckles white with tension. When they got closer, through the veil of fog, it became clear that there was a large ice field ahead. At first glance, it was no different from the hundreds of others they had seen in the Arctic. The bear grew increasingly agitated, making strange growling and whimpering sounds, its behavior becoming more urgent. Captain Hughes ordered the ship to stop at a safe distance from the ice field as the rising waves made getting closer too dangerous. The ship shuddered under the impact of the waves, as though sensing the impending storm. Despite the howling wind, Dr. Bennett, her eyes alight with determination, requested permission to lower a boat for a closer look. Captain Hughes hesitated, the storm's roar nearly deafening. Yet Heather's persistence and the bear's unusual behavior convinced him to agree, albeit reluctantly. He knew the decision risked not only the expedition, but also the safety of his crew. Heather, Noah, and Bruce put on life jackets and checked their gear before getting back into the boat. Their faces were serious but full of determination. The waves tossed the small craft from side to side like a toy, but they stubbornly pushed forward toward the ice field. The bear swam alongside them, constantly looking back as if urging them to hurry. The bear's enormous body beside the fragile boat looked even more imposing. As they neared the ice, strange sounds reached their ears, faint whimpering or crying, not just the wind or cracking ice. Hearts racing, the team gripped their oars tightly and began scanning the ice for the source. The bear climbed onto the ice, pacing back and forth as if trying to point at something, its massive paws leaving deep tracks in the snow. Then they saw it. 2 small bear cubs lying in a hollow. Emaciated and weak, they were trapped and helpless. Suddenly, everything made sense. The giant polar bear was a desperate mother, not chasing the ship but trying to save her cubs. She was seeking help from humans. This discovery shocked everyone on board. No one could believe that a wild animal was capable of such a deliberate act. Captain Hughes immediately organized a rescue operation. He knew time was short. The ice could start melting or drifting at any moment, putting the cubs' lives in danger. The crew quickly devised a rescue plan using special equipment. They carefully lifted the cubs from the icy trap and brought them aboard the ship. All the while, the mother bear watched closely but didn't interfere with the humans. Once the cubs were safely on board, the team began administering first aid. Dr. Bennett examined the cubs and was relieved to find that, despite their exhaustion, they hadn't suffered any serious injuries. Captain Hughes decided to take the bear family to the nearest large piece of stable ice. The journey took several hours, during which the mother bear followed the ship closely. At last, they found a suitable spot. The cubs were gently lowered onto the ice, and their mother quickly rejoined them. The crew watched with excitement as the family reunited in a heartwarming scene. Before leading her cubs into the wilderness, the mother bear turned to the ship one final time and let out a soft growl, a gesture the crew interpreted as her way of saying thank you. She slowly led her cubs deeper into the icy wilderness while the crew watched the departing bear family in awe. This extraordinary encounter became a symbol of the remarkable bond between humans and wildlife. It demonstrated that even in the harshest Arctic conditions, understanding and cooperation between species is possible. Captain Hughes, Dr. Bennett, and the crew of the Polar Star would never forget this remarkable experience. It profoundly changed their understanding of the intelligence and emotional depth of animals while serving as a powerful reminder of the need to treat nature and its inhabitants with respect and care. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.